What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an all-new Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 with our Italian campaign. World War II is brewing, and I am willing to bet that within the next 6 months, the German Reich will declare war on Poland, and therefore we will have to destroy France very quickly and very efficiently. We have a lot of mountaineers. They are going to annihilate any troops. I don't know about these tanks, but they are going to annihilate most of the units in the mountains. And it looks like we now have better artillery, so let's start pumping those out. Surprisingly enough, it's just better artillery and no difference in supply or resource cost. Okay, 1940, I do want this improved artillery, but we're not there yet. I absolutely am going to want better support equipment. I kind of do want better mountain infantry, so let's get that. I do want better radar, but there's a lot of things that I want. Let's get mountain infantry first, because we do want better organization. The fate of Czechoslovakia. So it looks like Czechoslovakia has been eaten up, and all that's left is Slovakia itself. And so much for peace. German military cooperation has been unlocked, so that means we now have land research modifiers and air doctrine modifiers as well. I don't think there's really anything that I want to go for on this side of the map just yet. Let's start working on improved artillery and then making our way down to armored effort. Though, air innovations 2 would be nice. But I would have to go to carrier effort, naval air, bombers. It would be a very long time, all to get a reduction in our air force. So let's start working on special forces, working towards special forces. Still improving our economy. I'm willing to bet that within about 6 months, all of these civilian factories are going to be finished up. Maybe even 8 months or something like that. And then all we're going to do is switch on over... Ooh. One thing that we haven't done is we absolutely need the synthetic oil experiment. 64 days. I got to do that now. Because once war starts... Why did that go? That went from 64 days to 93. Why? Alright, well anyway, once war breaks out, I'm not going to have oil or rubber because we're trading for a lot of it right now. And it is 1939. I do want better excavation, but I think my number one priority is to get better recon. Let's get better recon first. And then in 17 days, I'll start working on better engineering equipment. And another thing, yeah, I was going to put all of these Alpine divisions to take all of the equipment if possible. And it looks like that's what they're doing. Do they need to be trained at all? Yes, they do. Not good. These guys can be trained too. Which I guess they're done. This was the only man that needed trained. And we're down to 330 artillery, and we should finally have a surplus of artillery in about 30 days. Now, obviously, once war breaks out, a lot of the artillery is going to get destroyed, but we're working on that. Advanced machine tools has been unlocked. We are now going to start working on the engineering companies, because now we have better entrenchment, which I guess we don't really need that. Better attacking in the forts. Let's start working on the field hospital, because then we save a lot of manpower, and obviously we are going to have a lot of improvements as well. We also need this finished fairly soon. Can we build another military factory? Yes, we can. I think we should get started on getting better infantry equipment. We have a lot of motorized trucks. Many of them aren't being used. A lot of planes that are being constructed. Once 1940 comes along, we're going to definitely get all new sets of planes. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Okay, so basically what's happened is war is going to be broken out with Poland right now, and in order to ensure the German Reich and the USSR don't go to war, the German Reich and the Soviet Union have given them the ability to take all of Poland, or better yet, Eastern Poland, and then obviously the Germans will take the west side. Now, the USSR is free to claim Bessarabia, they're free to claim Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and Finland. So that is the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. So that's very, very dangerous. The Soviet Union is going to explode in growth and obviously become very powerful because there is nobody to stand in their way. Okay, I see all of the German troops are making their way to Poland. War is about to break out. Let's start with the modernized army. And we should still be working on land doctrines, but we stopped, which is not good. But I guess we are still working on a lot of improvements. 91.6%. Obviously, we're working on that. France has banned communism, a drastic decision. I'm ready for this war. It's going to be pretty bloody, but I think I'm ready to go. Okay, so now that we've unlocked this better infantry equipment or better unit, let's go ahead and switch that over. It's going to take a little bit more steel, and surprisingly enough, we've run out of steel. How do we get more? Trade with the German Reich, I guess? Yeah, probably. You're not the German Reich. Trade with the German Reich, and let's go ahead and start producing or researching. I really do want this 71 days to get excuse me, to get better artillery soft attack. 10% more without doing anything. That's good. Let's do that. Everybody else still gearing up for war. All 12 of these units are going to probably just be deployed now. I guess there's 10. All you're going to do is protect Sardinia, and therefore, we are probably going to be building up 2 coastal forts here and here. I'm going to move both of those up to the north, or to the top of the queue. And let's begin deploying a lot of these other units, because I think war is going to break out any day now. All 4 of you moving on down to this area. All 24 of you can move here. And if I had actual army experience, I would move those over to mechanized, but we don't have that. What would I need? I would need 50, and I have 42. So we're gonna get it in time, but it's not where we need it just yet. Okay, do I have any other units to deploy? Yes, I do. Let's deploy a few. Let's deploy a few. All 8 of these. I think I'm going to split you in half. 4 are going to go here. And the other 4 that aren't doing anything, which I'm guessing are here, are going to try to make their way over here. And now we have 5. Let's create an offensive line to try to take Tunisia. I have no idea if that'll work, but we obviously are going to try. All of these units need divisions. Or leaders. All of these guys are pretty garbage. These 10 can have better entrenchment. A field marshal. And because we can, let's just produce about 24 troops. These are going to be my actual defensive troops, and they are going to be on low equipment priority because we are going to need a lot of infantry equipment. We're going to need a lot of things. Yeah, synthetic oil experiments have been unlocked. Let's get better excavation. That way we don't need to trade for as much steel. We do want to start getting up actually some synthetic oil refineries at positive 90%, and we are going to need some military factories as well. We need a lot of things. Let's move this synthetic oil refinery all the way to the top, because once war breaks out, we're going to need the oil. And I kind of want to move 2 more to the top. This will be done in time. 150 political power. Let's get even more division recovery speed. Man, war's gonna break out any day now. Alright, we're probably gonna do something like this. And activate when you are ready to go. These units should probably stop exercising. Activate when you're ready to go. I feel war should start in September. I think it's gonna happen any day now. Mountaineer infantry has been improved with more organization. We are starting to work on the better artillery as we speak. I would like better entrenchment, but that doesn't matter right now. Is there really anything that we need? I would like better fighters. That would be pretty good. Better radar would be nice. Let's get the better fighters. We have a 50% reduction, so in 113 days, we're going to probably throw in an extra couple air experience to get not only more range, but also some more reliability as well. German Reich has declared war on Poland. Considering the demands, it seems inevitable. Poland would be forced to cede Danzig to Germany, and a Polish plenipotentiary would be sent to Berlin to negotiate further terms. Ignacy Mosinki pointed to the Reich's recent actions when stating that it would be obvious Germany would not be satisfied with Danzig alone. Germany and Polish forces are prepared for war, and reports are already coming in on clashes on the border. Once again, there is a war in Europe. So now that the German Reich has declared war on Poland, we are now inside World War II. Let's go ahead and throw in a couple planes. I have interwar fighters. I'm going to throw in 50 here into the Adriatic Sea, or excuse me, the Western Mediterranean. And then we are going to throw in another 50. Now, these are interwar fighters. I'm expecting them to get destroyed, and that's fine. All we're going to do is provide, just air superiority over a lot of these regions. We're going to send over 50 here. Down to the Central Mediterranean. 50 over Rome itself. So you are going to go over Rome, air superiority. Nothing else really matters. I guess we could put over 50 over the Alpine. But these guys have the highest equipment priority. Anglo-Polish Alliance. In light of Germany's recent aggressive behavior, the United Kingdom and France have felt compelled to sign a military alliance with Poland. The British Prime Minister made the following statement in the House of Commons. In the event of any action which clearly threatened Polish independence and which the Polish government accordingly considers it vital to resist the national forces, His Majesty's government would feel themselves bound at once to lend the Polish government all support of their powers. They have given the Polish government an assurance of this effort. Things are moving fast. So Poland has joined the Allies, which now means we have been given an offer to join the war. I think what I'm going to do is I want to accept, but do I have enough planes? Surprisingly enough, I have another 73 that aren't doing anything. Let's accept this war. Everybody seems to be ready to go. Everybody, these 10 are good. These 13 need to be activated. I don't know where these 10 even are. I'm guessing it's here on this border. What if I did something like this? Create a very small border. I don't think we have enough troops, but we are going to accept our war, the call to arms, and now we are inside World War II. Everybody is plowing on through. We now have the modernized army and making our way to better mountaineer infantry. Unfortunately, all we're going to get from this is better paratroopers and army experience, which isn't good, but it's not bad. Now that we have 50 army experience, we are now going to switch over these units to motorized and motorized. Now, this is our main actual army inside all of this territory, but they're going to move a lot faster, and that's going to be good news. Our navy is around here somewhere. I don't know where. Here it is, 139 ships, all of which are going to take these 4 with them as well. Okay, combine everybody into one massive fleet. Search and destroy in the Western Mediterranean, the Central Mediterranean, and the Tyrrhenian Sea. And I do need to get better radar, but I don't have that. Okay, so we're obviously doing very well because we have mountaineer troops, they do not. We have a lot of organization. We're actually doing really well, like surprisingly well. Fall of Cairo has been completed. Ace pilot promoted. All these planes are going to probably move on over for better range once we take this airfield. It's going to be a couple days, though. This can have up to 2,000 planes, so let's do that now. And now they have a lot better range. They could sail to, or not sail, they could fly to a lot more areas. We are currently in a massive, massive naval fight against the United Kingdom. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to win. In fact, I think we're actually going to get annihilated. Do we have any planes or naval bombers that are in the area? We have 200. Let's send in 200. All of you are going to go here and naval strike what we can. Unfortunately, we don't really have radar in that area. We are losing a lot of ships, and so are they. It's going to be definitely a pretty bad fight. Okay, we've taken the Suez. Everything is going actually incredibly well. I want all 5 of these guys to try to just push on through as much as we can, all the way up to the north. And it should be 5 divisions, so everybody's activated. I'm surprised the Suez was that easy to take. But unfortunately, we're doing well here, but is that going to last? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We have 500 Navy experience. Surprisingly a lot. I don't know what we're going to use it on, though. Probably not going to use it on anything right now. Are our naval bombers doing anything? German pressure towards the Benelux. So they're going to try to go around the Maginot Line. I just hope they don't do anything until, they've declared war on Luxembourg. I was hoping they don't do anything until they deal with, Poland here. Luxembourg has capitulated. We are doing very well in the southern French territory. The fall of Warsaw. Poland is about to be annihilated. Recon companies have been unlocked. Poland has capitulated, so now they can focus on the western frontier. I have 2 additional research slots. Let's start working on better naval bombers. I get that it's ahead of time. That's fine. 1940 would be nice to get the improved machine, but improved computing machine, but let's get better radar. Okay, we are kicking butt, taking names, pushing all the way through. I think what we're going to do now is create a new offensive line, if even possible, just all the way up to this river. And maybe something like this. Let's go ahead and activate. We are almost a level 4 leader, which is pretty good. We're going to get a lot more attack and a lot more defense. Looks like Belgium has joined in. I'm wondering how long France will even stay alive. All of these planes probably need to be moved to the north. I don't really see any other airfields, though. We got one up here. 800 planes. If I could take that, I could move my planes. There it is. Well, that's good. Let's send these planes, move them on over. You know what, maybe they're going to stay for now. USSR occupies eastern Poland. It looks like we had a small naval invasion from the British Army. These guys need to activate. These guys, 4 of you need to move here. And they're actually going to move surprisingly fast because they are motorized. Field hospitals have been unlocked. What are we missing? We're missing the oil, we're missing the rubber. We need to produce more synthetic refineries. And we need to produce some military police, which we don't have enough of. Also, we need to build a lot more military factories. All of these repairs can go down to the south. I'm very surprised that we're actually doing this well against France. All we had were 36 units, but they're pretty powerful units. We have a lot of doctrines, we have a lot of improvements. How long until France capitulates? Very soon. 86% towards capitulation. We might not even need to take Paris. Netherlands has capitulated, and our units are all still moving to the north.
Pronto, signore. Ordini.
We've taken Amman. France has capitulated. What did we end up taking? Surprisingly enough, we have taken over all of France. I'm very surprised that that's even the case. Let's go ahead and garrison up everything we've just taken. The idea is now I need to protect all of this land. I'm really surprised that we took everything. Okay, so all we gotta do is create 28 more troops for protection. Let's create 20. And then all of these 36 troops are probably just going to garrison here, 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 and there. And these fighters are probably going to move up to Paris. All of these guys can be destroyed and removed. Not destroyed, but removed. And then these guys are going to start trying to protect the area. We're also going to need some better radar. Probably in Paris itself. Pushing that up to the north. We now have a lot more industry, which is pretty good as well. Okay, free military factories. What are we going to put them in? Wow, we've got quite a bit. We no longer really need to build improved artillery, so we will not. In fact, now we need to start working on better rubber and better planes. So let's put them into planes. Let's put them here. I don't really think I need that many more close air support. I've got technically a lot more of everything. Eventually, we have a lot of steel. So we really could start building tanks, though we need oil. And the only way to do that is to get more synthetic refineries. So maybe I'll throw one of those to the top again. We're already building quite a few. What could I do? Probably should start working on... It's 1940. Let's get the better computing machine, and we'll probably plan this out in time. Okay, still have free military factories. I don't know what I'm going to build. We're lacking rubber, but that doesn't mean we still can't build anything at all. We are lacking infantry equipment, but not for long. Maybe I should get a few more infantry equipment, push that all the way to the north, all the way to the top. I don't know why I keep saying north. I should probably build tanks, because I have a lot of steel. I could get a lot of tungsten from Portugal. I think that's what I'm going to do. Or mechanized. Could get a lot of mechanized. But then I would need oil and rubber. Well, I guess while we're waiting... I mean, you could always use infantry equipment. So I think that's what I'm going to build a lot of. And I guess full fighters. And maybe more fighters, I guess? Okay, so now we have 177 air experience. Once this 47 days has passed, what we're going to do is we're going to be building up our air force over France. I didn't think I would take all of France. Honestly, I thought I would really just take a lot of southern France. I'm really surprised that it worked that well. Well, at least now the German Reich can deal with the Soviet Union. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm going to have to deal with them sooner than later. Alright, these guys still need to be dealt with. Oh, no. These guys stopped.
Pronto all'azione. Attento.
Okay, everybody is still doing well, I think. Though it's going to take a while. Alright, I need radar over a lot of areas. So we've got radar coming to France. We've got radar coming here. We should probably build some inside the Suez. And I've got a lot of resistance that I can't deal with right now. Am I lacking any support equipment? Not really. Alright, well, we are going to go ahead and end this episode here. I'm very surprised at how much we've actually taken from France. But thank you again for joining me. And this is the result from our war. I'm very surprised this is working out well, too. It's because of all of our naval bombers, most likely. But we sunk 2 battleships. And, wow, we did a lot of damage. And it's probably because of our radar as well. But, alright, thanks again for joining me, guys. See you in the next adventure.